What's up, guys? I'm Brian,
And I'm Brendan.
and you're on B&B Wrenching. What's up, guys? Today we are fixing my two-post lift.
The car lift. We're having some issues.
As you can see, this concrete was not thick enough, and it broke all out.
Got some lovely crackage here.
It was not good.
Yeah. So, we're gonna disassemble, take it down, and then we're gonna cut out some concrete and pour some new and reinforce and make this thing safe again.
So, guys, to pull the cotter keys, we got a pair of wire dikes, a pair of needle nose pliers. You're also going to need a 5/8 and 11/16 wrench to pull the metal line, and an 1 1/8 socket to unbolt the pedestals, and then a 3/4 inch socket to unbolt the center tray. So first place I'm going to start is I'm going to get the chains unhooked, get them out of the way, and then I will go to the metal line and get that out of the way, and then I'll work on the 3/4 inch nuts. So
Sounds good.
let's get that done, and there's our keyway. There's the chain out, and if you watch, give me just a second. There's a wheel down here that this chain rides on.
Might have to pull it back up out of there. I think it got twisted. Yeah, you got
Yes, it did.
kink. There it is.
And just slide that chain right out and set it off to the side. That chain goes right to here. It goes onto that ram. This chain goes over to the other ram. So guys, I already got both chains off, as you can see.
Some nice greasy things here.
A lot of dirt gets stuck in this tray, unfortunately, but hopefully once we get this concrete fixed, we won't have to worry about that as much.
Yep.
Now, I will tell you, when you're doing this, try to get a decent set of wrenches, because if you don't, you're going to strip them out. I prefer Snap-on because they've got a flank drive where they've got little teeth in there to where it actually grips, if you can see that.
Some autofocus here. There. Up. There it is.
Those teeth in there, they actually help grip to where they do not round off bolts as easily. Most cheaper wrenches, they do not. I prefer this just because it's less chance of rounding them off, so that's what I always use. I've tried other ones, they just don't work as good. So now I'm going to go ahead and get these lines cracked loose, which is right down here.
We're not saying that you have to own Snap-on. They're nice though.
Yeah, I mean, to each person their own. I've tried Craftsman, I've tried them all. I mean, they all have their pros and their cons. And Snap-on, you know, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for.
But lifetime warranty.
And you don't round off the bolts as easily as you would with, let's just say, a Pittsburgh or something like that. Unfortunately.
Can't beat the price of a Pittsburgh though. They also offer a lifetime warranty.
They do, but I've had worse luck with them than anything else. So now let's go over to this other side. Let's get this line pulled, and then we'll get this tray out of the way. My cylinders are leaking a little bit on this lift, so I'm gonna try to get them taken apart while I got it down and get them fixed also. So that way we quit having some hydraulic oil leaking.
Yep, that's what's causing a lot of our greasiness we got going on here. You can see the cylinder seals are kind of leaking. So we're gonna get her loved up while she's out of commission for a little bit.
As you can see, I got this line out now. And the good part is you don't have to drain the whole system out. You'll lose a little bit of residual that's in the line, and that's about it. So I'm going to set this right over here. This is the plate that goes across that. Over the lines and everything so you can drive over it. I'm going to go ahead and get these couple 3/4 inch nuts pulled, which I already got 2 already off. I'm going to get the other 2 pulled off, and we'll be good to go. The quality of the tool does not make the mechanic.
True, true.
The mechanic makes the quality of tool. There's one.
We're not completely prejudiced. I got a Craftsman toolbox over there, that little guy on the left. You know, Craftsman makes good stuff too.
I've got Craftsman, I've got Mac, I've got Snap-on.
We've got Pittsburgh.
Got a little bit of everything. It's
Got a
all
little
what
bit
you
of
can
everything.
afford and what you use all the time. Certain stuff I'm a little bit more picky on, like my wrenches, like I said. But I'll tell you one thing that does work really good is a good old cordless impact. And that DeWalt there has been around for about 6 years, 5, 6 years now.
And we beat the heck out of it, and it's still kicking. And we're going to use it again today.
Yes, we are.
Like so. All right, fast forwarding just a little bit here. We got the plate out and the chains out of the plate removed. Got a little bit of a leaky mess, but
Got a couple scars.
couple war wounds. You know, a little bit of grease. Now we're going to start taking this post out.
Don't know exactly how well this is going to work because these are not in the concrete no more. Yeah, as you can see,
The whole bolt's just spinning.
that is correct. So I'm going to grab a good pair of vice grips to hold on to it.
So we can get the nut off the top.
Got a good pair of vice grips. Hopefully I can slide them under it. If I got it up far enough. No guarantees. Which I did not.
I got a smaller pair in my box.
I grabbed an 1 1/8 inch. The good part about these bolts is they're not threaded at the very top. So I can use this wrench.
That way you don't goober up the threads.
To get it off. And what I'm going to do is get it as far down as I can where I can get my vice grips on there, and then I'll get the old impact back on it again. Because I'm replacing these bolts when I put the new concrete down because you can't reuse them, so. And get that zipped off of there. And then you got bolts like this one that are spinning still. Don't take a whole lot. A lot of times you don't even have to clamp them, you can just hold them. This is a little bit older of a lift, but it does really well on what I need it to, so, and what kind of content you guys will be seeing. Here in the next week or so, you'll be seeing a 4L80 swap on a 4th gen Camaro. And then right to the right of Brendan, there's a 1960 C10 of Brendan's. that we're going to be doing a whole lot of work to. LS swap, complete frame off restoration.
She needs some love. We made a little progress, but we got a long way to go.
Just on the other side of that is my personal 49 Mercury.
She's sad, buried in the corner, being used as storage. But we'll get her back out. We'll get some work done. It's coming.
And then I got my 88 Chevy Silverado right back there that I'm waiting on the bed, the hood, and some other parts to come back from paint work. So hopefully here in the near future, you guys will be seeing that truck all finished up. And then an LS swap. Now if you look right down here, you can actually see how bad the concrete really is. I just pulled that whole...
The whole bolt just came out of the concrete.
The whole bolt. Completely out.
Woo-wee. No bueno.
That's not good at all. Especially when you got a 4,000 pound car above your head.
Yep.
Okay, so I got all the bolts off. We're gonna go ahead and get this all pulled down, and I'll come back and I'll show you guys the damage of the floor after we get this thing down. We'll see you here in just a second. So guys, we got the lift down, as you can see.
One post.
Just one.
One post still standing, still attached.
That one, we got to get it all unwired and everything. And
We don't want to bore you with all that.
No.
Not right now.
but this is where I was having the problem. So when I put this lift up, I was told it was 4-inch concrete, which was plenty for that lift, which obviously was not true because, I mean, let's just face it, concrete should not be like this. As you can see, this was definitely not poured right. Well,
Yeah, that's a problem right there.
hold on, right there.
Bigger tool. More leverage.
That is some very poorly poured concrete. They had some type of metal wire in it, but it barely even got into the concrete.
Yeah, it's pretty much just underneath it.
Yes, there's no structural integrity to it at all. So when you're lifting a car up, those bolts right there are just going to pull straight through. I mean, this is just poorly done. I mean, look at this.
Oh, geez.
And in fact, hold on. Look, that's not even very thick at all.
Oh, wow.
You're talking a couple inches.
Yeah, it's like 2.5, 3 inch there.
Yeah, that's not enough concrete.
So we're gonna chip and dig all this out and
On both sides.
pour a pad a little bit deeper to take the weight of the lift and the vehicles going up on it.
I've talked to a few professionals. They said that 10-inch would do more than enough as long as you went with the high-strength concrete, which is what I'm going to end up doing. Now, guys, I'm not no professional, so don't always take everything that I say. I mean, I've been a mechanic all my life, but when it comes to concrete work, I'm not a professional by no means. I just base it off of what I have been told by other professionals. Like, and if you look right here, this is where one of our corner bolts were, and there's like nothing left there. And there was the other one.
Yeah, you can almost pull that bad boy right out.
And then we got more breaking right over here too, as you can see. So, the biggest thing I would say is make sure your concrete's strong enough, because you don't want a car landing on you when you're doing this stuff. It's dangerous enough without having to take those type of chances.
Yep.
It was very scary when I noticed it because we had a car up on the lift. So we're gonna get this all taken care of, and we will see you next time, guys.
Peace.